Hi, this is Thalia MK at Law 2.0 Conference Dubai Winter 2022, and I am with Anagha Anasingaraju. I'm so sorry if the pronunciation was not correct. She is a partner at KANJ Co LLP, and she was also awarded today for outstanding leadership. First of all, congratulations. Thank you for your presence. Tell us about your company and your organization and yourself and how it all started.
Thank you so much. I'm very glad to be here. It's Anagha Anasingaraju.
Thank you so
The name and the surname is difficult. Yeah. So I am a company secretary. I am a partner at KANJ Co LLP. We are based out of Pune in India. And we do everything from formation of companies to closing them down. So everything in between. So and also the litigation part which goes with it. So we are a full service company secretarial firm, and we practice in corporate laws. We do the M&As, then we do the insolvency codes and everything that goes with it, indirect taxes. So a whole gamut of services which we provide. We are 13 partners and with a staff of about 100 people. So we are one of the largest company secretarial firms in India. And I have been with that firm since 2005. So I joined there on a part-time basis as an associate. So I had two young kids at that time and couldn't work on a full-time basis. So I joined there as on a part-time basis, and the firm gave me this opportunity to work on a part-time basis and then rise up the ranks. And now being a partner there, it feels great to be part of such a lovely family. I would say we are more like a family, being there for such a long time, and having had great opportunities there to rise from from smaller assignments to now being a partner, and which the firm which has given me so much of flexibility and freedom to do whatever I want to do. No, I mean, just your ambition, which is what takes you to do different things there.
As you mentioned yourself that you joined in as a part-time 2005 at a very young age just to have a part-time job. How and what advice will you give to other upcoming youngsters when it comes to this kind of job is not considered for a woman as a stereotypical environment. It's something only if the women who are passionate, stubborn about it, they are the only one who are in this kind of field. So, what advice would you give to the youngsters who are coming to you for it to how to go at the same path as you are?
I would say that just believe in yourself and think big, because most of the times what happens is as women we get caught up in smaller things and we tend to miss the bigger picture, which is something which we need to focus on, and just have faith that everything will fall in its own place, because we tend to overthink things as women. That's the way we are wired. And think big, and just keep on fueling your ambitions. Have the right people around you. As they say, your personality is made up by the 5 people who are in your immediate vicinity. So make sure that you have those 5 people who are there, who are going to encourage you, be it your family, be it your close friends, be it your mentors. And those are the people who are going to really guide you and allow you, or rather encourage you to get to where you really want to go. So have big dreams. Don't just think local, think global, I would say.
That is true. We go and we tend to be working. We are very sensitive, emotional. Most of us. Most of us are not. So yes, this is a really good advice. As you said, that you are in a company which helped you, and how do you see this company? Whatever you have learned from your company, how was your experience, and what little bit tweak or changes would you like to do as now you are at the position where you can make the changes for the youngsters?
So we are at a cusp of kind of a change in the firm. We have just recently added 6 new partners who are youngsters and who are raring to go. So we are now, which made us to 13 partners, and the way forward for them is of course they have their own aspirations. So it's going to be what worked in the last 10 years may not work in the next 10 years. So we have to be future ready. We cannot be only thinking about the local things or only what we had been doing traditionally. We have to be looking at what we can do across the globe, look at different areas of practice which we can get into, and try out different things, because being only in the traditional domain may not help. Yeah, and that doesn't help. And what worked in the last 10 years, we have to think about it differently going forward. Yeah.
Okay, so As you mentioned about 10 years, how was your 10 years back? Now, how and what do you think that one change and one success in the future for your firm in the next upcoming 10 years or 20 years? What is one thing which you don't have it right now and that is the goal that it will be happening in the future?
I think more than what we don't have now, it is more than what we need to grow, rather than, it is there, but it's more of being more professional and thinking on a global scale rather than thinking on a local scale, because we are based in a smaller city in India, so we should be looking at the bigger picture. Of course we have international clients, and we have been dealing with international companies a lot, but we need to make our presence felt globally. I think that is the way forward.
So, as you've received an award for a leadership, and you're talking about your company who have helped you to give you the opportunity, but who were your personal cheerleaders, personal support system who led you to this path, and who stood by you? Who would you like to thank the most?
So your cheerleaders are always your family first. So I would start with my parents, who instilled the values, true values of integrity and perseverance, where that is the only thing which takes you places. Because otherwise, everything is there's a success in the short term, but not in the long term. So my parents first, then my family, my husband, who has been continuously supporting me in everything which I do. I may fail, but he helps me to stand up again, and he's always been there with me for the last 21 years. Now we are married for 21 years, and my kids, who of course who have been dealing with all my the my tensions in my work, or I come back, and when they were small, all those tantrums, everything they have been dealing with it. Now they're teenagers, but they have always been there. And my friends who have been supporting me, who have been rather encouraging me also to think differently, to think big, and not only limit myself to what I used to do traditionally, but look at different things and go beyond. So having such great friends and families, that's the best support system which you can have. And of course, my mentors in my office, so who first of all gave me the opportunity to work on a part-time basis, even when my kids were younger, and allowing me to do that. And and again, mentoring me in the last 15-20 years to be where I am today.
You can either be a hard or a difficult person to deal with, or you can be the person to understand other and associate and balance for not for yourself but for the others to make life easier. And on that note, I would like to know that you attending the conference, having so much experience, where you think you have learned everything. How was your learning experience in this conference has been? As you can see the people from all over the world. And if anybody wants to contact your firm or yourself for help or litigation or anything, is it only available in India, Pune, or anybody from outside can avail it? And sorry, the last one, and how can we reach you?
Yeah, so we may be present physically only in Pune in India, but anybody can reach us out through our website. It's www.kanjcs.com, and we all are available at any time for any kind of services related to our domain there. And it's been being here, it's been amazing. 3 days, you're meeting people from all different walks of life, different countries, and each one has a different perspective. So it just helps you grow, helps to understand how people think differently. And there's so many things which are happening in the world, and we are maybe sitting in one place and doing one thing which we have been doing traditionally, and looking at people doing so many different things in the 21st century with the changing times. It's really inspiring. Right.
Thank you so much for your time, and may you succeed more and be an inspiration for youngsters. I would like to say, as she mentioned, her husband was all the time and supportive. Remember that when you come, we are not living in an old era. Now women work, men don't want to work, only women work. It's all very natural and normal. If you are in a relationship either with your siblings, when you talk about relationship with your parents, when you talk about relationship with your husband, wife, whoever, be a supportive backbone, because they're already struggling to make their dreams come. So we need believers on our side to make things happen. And it is not only beneficial for selfish needs, it's also beneficial for people all around the world. So be kind. And on that note, I would also like to add, please avoid using plastic as much as possible. This is Talia MK signing off. Thank you.